Hello everyone, I'm Ajay and welcome back to the channel. So today we are once again back with one more InfyTQ training video, and in this video I'm going to solve one of the previous year InfyTQ question, and the question name is matrix with consecutive number. This is a previous year question, and coming to the problem description of the question, read m. First we need to read a number m, and okay, this is not right. It's m greater than or equal to 3, and here n equal to m plus 1. Take m into n as a matrix, and if any num is consecutive of 3 times, num is number. If any number is consecutive 3 times, either in a row, column, or diagonal, print the number. If there are multiple numbers, then print the minimum of those numbers. If no such number exists, then print minus 2. So as per the question, first you take the m as an input, and n is nothing but m plus n, and the matrix will be in the form of m by n, and we need to take the matrix as well as the input, and after that we need to find a number where it occurs consecutively for 3 times, either in a row wise, that is in a row wise, or in a column wise, like in this way, or a diagonal wise, like this way. So anyway, if any number occurs 3 times consecutively, we need to store that number, and there are multiple such numbers, then we need to just print the number that is the minimum of those numbers. So if you have 1 and 5 as the numbers which has 3 consecutives in either a row, column, or diagonals, then we need to print 1 because that's the minimum number. And also in the exception condition, if there is no number such exists, then we just need to print minus. So if we can see the example, m equal to 6, so 6 into 7, because n is n plus n, so that is 6 plus 1, 7. So 6 by 7 matrix, we have the complete matrix here, and if you here observe, we have 3 as one consecutive, and 2 also consecutive, 5 also consecutive, 1 also consecutive, and I guess that's it. Anywhere else? No, I guess that's it. So 2, 3, 5, 1. Even if there are more, so we'll just consider the minimum, that is 1 itself. So there are no numbers that are less than 1 which has consecutive occurrence. So output will be 1 for this example, that is output as 1. So let's I'll code this in both Java and Python here. Java and Python. Before that, let's discuss approach. Okay. So approach is first take the input, and after that, just declare an array or an array list or list in Python, which will store the consecutive elements or the numbers in it, and at last we need to find a minimum of all this. And third point, we need to find a row wise consecutive, then also column wise consecutive, and diagonal wise consecutive. We can find everything in a form of 2 for loops, or loop inside for loop, and we can just iterate by row and column fashion, and we can check whether row wise means we can check whether take example like this one. So if we take the first row, we will check whether index 0 element is equal to index 1 element or not, and if these are equal, we will also check whether this element is equal to this index 2 or not. 3 are equal, that is we require 3. Then if suppose this has 2 to 2, then we will add this 2 to the declared array or array list or a list in Python. This way, in the column also, we will check the column by column fashion. We will check this number is equal to this number or not, this number is equal to this number or not, and after that we will just add to that list or array list. And same way for the diagonal, we will check if it's equal to this diagonal, if it's equal to this diagonal. Also, same way, we will just solve this for both row wise, column wise, and also diagonal wise, using 2 for loops for each, and at last we'll have the consecutive occurrence in the array list or list, and we just return the minimum of that. That will be the answer. So let's try to code this. I'm going to use IntelliJ editor for Java. Okay, main. Yeah, first we need to read it. Let's take the scanner. Scanner is equal to new scanner of system. Int m equal to the set of exit. Okay, and int n equal to m plus 1. Then and int array is equal to new int of m comma n. Yeah, and we have the array, so let's store the values. That is I equal to 0, I less than n. After that, for j less than n. And let's store the array input for I comma j is equal to the set of x int. This will contain all the inputs. This will the for loop will run, and each time it will just pick the values and store it in the array. So we have an array, so let's create a function. Static, and it will return the minimum one, so int and const, because the code is saying this as consecutive number. Okay, and this will accept the two-dimensional array and the row value, that is m, and the column value, that is n. Okay, and nothing to worry, in most of the drives and not just in preview, all these reading things will be given by default. You just need to fill up the functions, nothing to worry about reading alone. Yeah, so let's try to code the function. First we thought is to declare. Yeah, to declare, right? So as in Java we can use array list, because array list is dynamic, and using array list we can just dynamically add elements, dynamically remove elements, and there is no size specific. We can just add as many numbers, as many elements as we possible. And the disadvantage of using arrays is we can see where is the array. Yeah, we can see I need to declare the size, how many elements we want to fit in this array, but we don't know, right, how many consecutive elements are present in the matrix. If suppose also we assume that we just create a dummy array of 100 size, then the rest of the size is getting not utilized. The other size is not getting utilized. Because of that, there is a memory wastage. So best is to use array list. And those of who doesn't know what is an array list, it's a part of collection concept. And collection concepts are very important in solving coding in many search drives, because it contains a lot of topics like array list, set, tree set, and also the sub methods inside that. And these methods are very important, because using this method you can minimize the length of code as well. If you know the Python, you know that there are already a default methods in Python, a lot of default methods, and because of those default methods we are able to code in a less number of lines. Same way in collection also there are a lot of methods. If you remember all those methods, we can code easily. So let's back to the code, and let's create an array list of integer into array list equal to new array list of integer. After that, we create the list, and that's it. So let's do the row wise, and let's do a comment here. Row wise configured search for row less than m, for column less than n minus 2. I'm doing n minus 2 because I'm going to check the current element and the next element and the next element. So plus 1 plus 2. So when I'm doing n minus 2, so the iteration will stop till here, so that I can move till here. That is plus 1 plus 2. But if I traverse till here and I do plus 1, it will throw an index out of one exception. So that's why I'm just iterating till n minus 2, that is column minus 2. let's check if array of I comma not I array of row comma array of column equal to array of row comma array of column s1 and array of row of column plus 1 equal to array of row and column plus 2. So here what I am doing is I am checking the first number is equal to second number not, and the second number is equal to third number not. All are equal, then in such case we can just say that this is consecutive and we'll add that to the array list. Array of row of column. Yes. So this way we are done for the row wise. Let's do for the column wise as well. Column wise consecutive search. Okay. So again for loop. So row here now we will be incrementing the row values to n minus 2 because same thing as we are doing column wise. We will be doing this row and this row plus this row. So we will be minus 2. We will be using minus 2 because if we add this row, we will also be comparing this and this row. So to avoid index order point exception, so we are using minus 2 in the row in the column wise search. Okay, and for the column, all columns and if array of row of column equal to array of row minus 1, sorry, plus 1 of column and array of row plus 1 of column equal to array of row plus 2 of column. Just checking whether this value is equal to this value or not, and this value is equal to this value. If it is, then it's a consecutive and I'm just trying to array list. Array list dot add out array of row comma column. And the last step, that is diagonal wise consecutive. For I row, so here we need to use both minus 2 in both column and row because we'll be searching in a diagonal way, and minus 2. And after that, we're just checking if array of row of column equal to array of row plus 1 and the column of column plus 1. And array of row plus 1 column plus 1 is equal to array of row plus 2 and column plus 2. It is that it's diagonally consecutive, and again it's to add to the array list dot add of array of row and column. That's it. And at last we just need to return the minimum of that, and we have a method in collection class collection dot min. You can just pass array list here. That's it. So we'll get a minimum element. So we can also just do the input and we traverse the for loop, and after that the function we build the logic for the row wise function set and column wise and also the diagonal wise. At last we are just setting the minimum array list, and let's try to print it. So print element. Here I'm consecutive number array n, and that's it. Let's run this. So the first m value 6 and value will be as this. Let's copy paste it here. Okay, copy paste. Yeah, you can see we have 1. So 1 is the output. So that's correct. So that's the code in Java. Let's try to code this in Python as well. Firstly, same thing, let's take the input, m of input, and n equal to m plus 1, and array equal to just empty array for I in range of m, and array dot append of int of x for x in input dot split. So here you can see array.append, and what exactly happened is that this concept is called list comprehension actually, and here you can see int of x for x in input.split, which means let's just the marker again. So let's take this line. So every time, because of the for loop, it will read line by line, and in the line it will read the complete line in the form of string. And here I'm using a split operation. So the split operation by default will be taken in the form of space. So split will be splitting the complete string through the spaces. So it will come as 2, 3, 5, so on till again 5. So each individual character will be just formed as a list. And in that, we are just converting every number to the int again. So this complete thing is called list comprehension. If you don't know, just refer to that list comprehension. There are other ways as well. You can just do input.split, or also there are other ways like map of int comma input dot split, and just convert this map into a list again. So this is one more way to take a single line input, that is multiple values in a single line. Also there are other ways as well. So as per your comfort, you can take any of the values. And this list comprehension is like one of the optimized way, because using map and external function might raise some time complexity. Now we took the input in the ARR, and the whole array is in the, that is whole matrix is in the ARR variable. Now let's do our operation. Before that, let's declare a list out and use a for loop for row in range of m, for column in range of n minus 2, same thing, and we'll check if ARR of row comma column equal to ARR of row column plus 1 and equal to ARR of row column plus 2. Yes, so that's a condition about the row wise consecutive search, and if it is satisfied, we'll just append that to the output. Also depend of array of I, not I, row comma column. That's okay. This is for the column row wise. Hashtag row wise consecutive search. Okay. And next we wanna do column wise consecutive search. Do one thing, instead of this page time typing, just copy paste the row wise, look for the column wise again here. Yeah, and I just change m-2 because, as I said for the Java code also, m-2 because we are decrementing the row, because we are checking whether this value is equal to this value or not, and this value or not. So we are comparing the row in a row wise manner. So I am using -2 here because +1 and +2. If I don't use -2, then when the current element has the current element as at 7, then because of +1 and +2 it will exceed the index length, that is the length of the matrix, and because of that there is an index error raised. So to avoid that, I am just using -2 here, that is m-2, and columns is as it is n. Row, here I am going to use row +1 and column row +2. I'm just removing column. That's it. If it satisfies, that means we have the column. We have the elements in the column-wise consecutive way. We'll just append to the output, and the last one is diagonal-wise consecutive search. Diagonal-wise consecutive search. Just copy this. In here, we need to do m minus 1 minus 2 both, and the row plus 1, column plus 1 both, row plus 1, plus 1. If it satisfies that it is diagonal, they are consecutive, then we just need to do that. Otherwise, we don't need to add to the output. So I just use the if condition and finally print in number out. But I guess we missed something. Yeah. We need to check if there is no such numbers, then print minus 1. We forgot this case. So maybe we can use here no case, right? So let's print out equal to still blank. Out is given as blank, that is empty list. So if it's still empty list, that means there are no consecutive elements. In such case, we'll just print minus 1 here. Otherwise, we'll print the income out. Okay, and the same thing with Java code also. Give array list dot size equal to 0. And this return right. So let's try to run this. And this is the m value, and value will be taken as 7. Let's try to copy paste that test case here. 2, 3. 3. Okay. So 1 is the answer. Let's try also. So there is some. Let's try to do some modification also to know what all numbers are there that are taken into the output array, that are called as consecutive in this matrix. Let's try to run this, and 6. Yeah, so you can see 5, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so 5, 1, 2, 3 are the elements that are consecutive for the 3 times, either in a row wise or column wise or in a diagonal wise fashion. And from this whole thing, we are just printing the 1 as out. I've just added these things for the understanding purpose. So that's how the Python code can be done. You can just go through once. You can just revisit the video again for more understanding. And that's about this video, everyone. All the best. Thank you.